The Book of Haggai, when God calls you back to your purpose. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help us build the channel. There are books that in the Bible we quote frequently, and then there are books most Christians rarely open. Haggai is one of those books. It's just 2 chapters, 38 verses. It's barely a page in most Bibles. Yet this small book contains a message so targeted, so direct, so timely, it feels like it could have been written yesterday. Because at its heart, Haggai is about a single question. What happens when God's people lose focus and forget why they were called in the first place? Part 1. The historical moment. To truly understand Haggai, we must step back in time. The year is 520 BC. The Jewish people have just returned from Babylonian exile, just as God promised. Under King Cyrus of Persia, they were given permission, even funding, to return to Jerusalem and rebuild the temple. At first, spirits were high. Hope was alive. They laid the foundation with celebration, with tears and with worship. But then reality hit. Enemies threatened. Politics stalled the project. Discouragement grew, and eventually the work stopped. 16 years passed. Jerusalem had houses, farms, commerce, community life. But the temple, the dwelling place of God, remained unfinished. A symbol of misplaced priorities. Life was functioning, but something was missing. Part 2. Haggai's first message, Haggai 1:1 to 11. Into this moment, God raises a prophet named Haggai. He's not poetic like Isaiah, not dramatic like Ezekiel, and not tearful like Jeremiah. Haggai is direct, clear, and comfortable. He begins with God quoting the people. These people say, the time has not yet come to build the house of the Lord. Haggai 1:2. Notice, God doesn't say my people. He says these people. Distance. They hadn't rejected God outright. They'd simply pushed him back to later. And then comes a piercing question. Is it time for you yourselves to live in paneled houses, while this house lies in ruins? Haggai 1:4. Not are you evil, not are you rebellious, but are your priorities aligned with mine? Then God reveals the consequence. You have planted much, but harvest little. You earn wages only to put them in a bag with holes. Haggai 1:6. Their problem wasn't circumstance, it was alignment. God wasn't punishing them, he was redirecting them. Then comes the phrase repeated twice for emphasis. Consider your ways. Haggai 1:5-7. Meaning, stop, think, reflect, and evaluate. Then God commands action. Go up to the mountain, bring timber, and rebuild the house. Haggai 1:8. God isn't calling for theory or planning sessions or another prayer retreat, just obedience. And something remarkable happens. And the people obeyed the voice of the Lord. Haggai 1:12. Not reluctantly, not eventually, immediately. And God responds, I am with you. Haggai 1:13. Those 3 words transform everything. Part 3. The encouragement to continue. Haggai 2:1-9. 1 month later, discouragement returns. Those who remembered Solomon's temple looked at the new one and said, does it not seem like nothing? Haggai 2:3. Comparison, the enemy of progress. But God intervenes. Be strong, for I am with you. Haggai 2:4. Then he reminds them of the covenant made with Moses. My spirit remains among you. Do not fear. Haggai 2:5. And then a prophecy echoing through the future. I will shake the nations, and the glory of this present house will be greater than the former. Haggai 2:6-9. How? Because this rebuilt temple, though simple, would one day see the footsteps of Jesus. Glory isn't about gold. It's about presence. Part 4. Purity and blessing. Haggai 2:10-19. God then addresses another issue. Religion without transformation. The people were rebuilding externally, but their hearts needed alignment. He asks the priest 2 questions about ceremonial law. Holiness is not contagious, but impurity is. Then God delivers the turning point. From this day on, I will bless you. Haggai 2:19. Not because the work was finished, but because obedience had begun. Part 5. The final promise. The book ends with a message for Zerubbabel, the governor. God says, I will make you like a signet ring, for I have chosen you. Haggai 2:23. The signet ring represented authority, identity, covenant. And Zerubbabel would later appear in the genealogy of Jesus, Matthew 1:12. A prophetic thread woven through history. The message of Haggai today. Haggai teaches us that delayed obedience can rob blessing. God doesn't ask for perfection, just priority. The smallest step towards obedience invites God's presence. What looks small now might carry eternal impact. Thank you so much for watching this study of the Book of Haggai. If this teaching helped you, challenged you, or gave you a new perspective on Scripture, let me know in the comments. What part of Haggai spoke to you the most? And if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We've got more studies coming, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Until then, stay grounded, stay teachable, and keep building what God has called you to build.